We've reached a turning point in the story of AI automation. For years, organizations have raced to implement new technology chatbots, predictive analytics, robotic process automation. But today, a critical question reshapes the entire narrative. Is it actually working? Because the success of AI is no longer defined by how advanced your technology stack looks, but by how clearly it translates into measurable business results. In this video, we'll explore how this shift from technology to outcomes defines the modern standard for AI automation success, and what leadership teams must do to make that transition real. Let's rewind a bit. The first wave of AI adoption was driven by experimentation organizations deploying automation just for its own sake. The goal was simply technological capability. Can we do this? Rather than should we? Companies invested heavily in tools and platforms, showcasing proofs of concept, pilot programs, and impressive AI-driven demos. But outcomes often stalled right there. Why? Because those early AI strategies were framed around features, things like accuracy rates, model performance, and automation coverage instead of core business metrics. A perfectly trained model that doesn't actually shift the bottom line is, effectively, just idle innovation. And that's where many organizations got stuck, in a pilot purgatory, where the technology worked perfectly fine but made little to no measurable impact. Enter the next phase, outcome-driven AI. This is where our central question really comes into focus. How does success look when we transition from building tech to driving results? Outcome-driven AI repositions automation not as a project, but as a business capability designed to solve specific, measurable challenges. We're talking about reducing time to decision, lowering operational costs, driving incremental revenue, improving customer experience scores, and increasing productivity per employee. The shift is profound. It means AI success metrics can't live in isolation from business success metrics. For example, instead of tracking model precision at 92%, forward-thinking organizations now track a reduction in processing time by 35%, or an additional $2 million in recovered revenue. That's where AI starts proving its real value when it's embedded in tangible outcomes, not just impressive infrastructure. This new standard demands a different approach. It starts with leaders asking the right questions from the very beginning. Instead of asking, "What can AI do?" they ask, "What business problem do we need to solve?" This means bringing business leaders and technology teams together, aligning AI initiatives directly with strategic goals. It is about building a clear line of sight from the algorithm all the way to the balance sheet. For instance, if your goal is to improve customer retention, you don't just deploy a sentiment analysis tool. You design an AI system that identifies at-risk customers, triggers personalized interventions, and then you measure the direct impact on churn rates. This is how modern organizations are winning with AI. They're not just building technology. They're building value, so where do you start? Begin with a small, high-impact business problem. Define what success looks like in clear, financial, or operational terms before you even write a single line of code. Build a cross-functional team that owns the outcome, not just the technology. And most importantly, track your progress relentlessly against those business metrics. By shifting your focus from what we're building to what we're achieving, you can move your organization out of pilot purgatory and into a new era of genuine, measurable AI success. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more insights on business and technology. Let's talk about metrics. Because the biggest challenge in measuring AI success isn't technological, it's strategic alignment. AI automation must ladder up to the same KPIs that executives use to define success. We're talking about efficiency metrics, like reducing cycle times, eliminating manual work, and decreasing error rates. Then there are revenue metrics, improving upsell conversions, boosting customer lifetime value, and cutting down on churn. We also have risk and compliance metrics, such as improving fraud detection rates, ensuring claim accuracy, and adhering to regulations. And finally, experience metrics, like customer satisfaction, net promoter score, and employee engagement. What's different now is that organizations are integrating AI performance dashboards directly with their financial reporting. For instance, when a global logistics firm applied process automation to order routing, the system wasn't just 40% faster, it directly cut the cost per transaction by $8. That's a measurable business impact. In an era of economic scrutiny, this is the real language of success. Numbers that connect to strategic goals, not just technical achievements. So how can you operationalize this shift within your own organization? It begins with reframing the way AI projects are initiated and evaluated. Here's a 4-step framework for building outcome-driven AI. First, define the why before the what. Start with a clear business challenge like reducing attrition, improving order accuracy, or compressing cycles. Only then should you explore potential AI interventions. Second, map AI metrics to business outcomes. Every algorithmic improvement should connect to a tangible metric. If your AI model improves invoice classification by 10%, what does that mean for your processing time or days sales outstanding? Third, transform your governance and accountability. Move beyond projects that are led solely by IT. Establish cross-functional ownership, where business units co-own the key performance indicators with your data teams. And fourth, close the feedback loop. Implement agile feedback systems that continuously verify the link between automation and results. This keeps your entire AI ecosystem adaptive and accountable. When organizations operationalize these steps, AI becomes not just a tool, but a continuous driver of performance. Let's bring this to life with a few real-world examples of what success looks like. In manufacturing, a major auto parts manufacturer leveraged AI-driven predictive maintenance to anticipate equipment failures. The payoff? A 25% reduction in unplanned downtime, saving millions in output losses and warranty claims. In customer service, a B2B telecom provider implemented an AI chatbot trained on customer behavior data. Beyond faster response times, customer churn decreased by 15%, which translated into an annualized revenue retention of $18 million. And in finance, an AI-powered loan risk model in banking didn't just improve accuracy, it helped cut processing time by 60%. This resulted in a 30% increase in loan throughput, all without adding headcount. In every single one of these examples, the technical performance mattered, but it only mattered because it drove measurable, sustained business results. This is the future of AI in the enterprise, where technology serves strategy, and every innovation has a clear, quantifiable impact on the bottom line. It's about building a bridge between what AI can do and what the business needs to achieve. Thanks for watching, and if you found this valuable, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more insights. See you in the next one. Have you ever seen this happen? One team celebrates launching a new AI model, while the finance department has no idea if it actually made or saved a single dollar. This disconnect is a huge problem in business today. AI projects get stuck in technical jargon, measured by things like model accuracy or deployment speed, while the real goal, improving the bottom line, gets completely lost. It's like building a super-fast engine but never putting it in a car to see if it can win a race. The result? Frustration, wasted resources, and AI that feels more like a science project than a strategic asset. So, why does this keep happening? It usually boils down to 3 core obstacles. First, there's siloed ownership. The AI and data science teams who live and breathe technology are over in IT. Meanwhile, the business units, sales, marketing, operations are the ones who own the actual business outcomes, like revenue growth or cost reduction. They speak different languages and have different priorities. IT is focused on building the tech, while the business is focused on hitting its targets. This gap creates a massive barrier to success. The second obstacle is a lack of interpretable data linkage. This is a fancy way of saying teams can't draw a straight line from their AI model to the company's set of financial statements. They might have a model that's great at predicting customer churn, but they can't tell you exactly how many dollars were saved because of it. Without that clear connection, it's impossible to prove the AI's value. Executives are left asking, so what? What did this expensive project actually do for us? It's a question that far too often no one can answer with confidence. And the third obstacle is culture lag. Many employees and even some leaders still think AI success is about how complex or sophisticated the technology is. They get excited about using the latest algorithms or the biggest datasets, but true success isn't about technical wizardry. It's about financial impact. A simple model that adds $1 million to the bottom line is infinitely more valuable than a complex, cutting-edge model that delivers 0 tangible results. This cultural mindset needs to shift from celebrating the how to celebrating the what, the real-world business outcomes. Overcoming these challenges isn't easy, but it starts at the top. It requires strong leadership alignment, where everyone from the CEO to the data scientist agrees that AI's primary job is to drive business results.